This is the ultimate shootout of Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra versus Pixel 7 Pro. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome back to GadgetRevNow. Today, another flagship Android fight, and we will probably see mixed opinion about this. Of course, these Android phones has very loyal fan base because of their superior camera performance. Google Pixel 7 Pro was released last year with triple camera setup, boasting that big 50 megapixel sensor with OIS and the 5x optical zoom. While Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is probably one of the finest phones we will see this year with the over-the-top 200 megapixel main shooter with 100x digital zoom, it also has a dedicated optical zoom of 3x and 5x. So today our questions are, is Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra the new Android king in terms of camera performance? And in terms of pricing, is Pixel 7 Pro still the champ, the best value camera phone this year? This is the ultimate flagship shootout. Let the battle begin. We are starting with the audio test of these two phones. Pixel 7 Pro is probably half of the price of the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Check 1, 2, 3, check 1, 2, 3. This is the audio that's coming out of Pixel 7 Pro. And check 1, 2, 3, check 1, 2, 3. This is the audio that's coming out of Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. On our first test, the audio, both phones sounded really good, but if you hear it closely, the background noise is quieter on Pixel 7 Pro. This is because of the speech enhancement, so Pixel 7 Pro wins this category. On our first image test, color profile or saturation, the image coming from Pixel 7 Pro is cooler and natural looking. On some shots, it's actually bordering to boring. While on Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, the colors are more lively and the white balance is generally warmer. I noticed that it's also brighter than the images you will get on Pixel 7 Pro. But checking some shots like the color on the NW, if you need image that exactly matches the real life, you know the ANW is orange and not red. But if you like a more Instagram-friendly photos that is more inviting and warmer, then I would go with Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Again, some might prefer a more natural-looking photos and some wanted to shoot and post highly edited photos. This is a personal preference. Going to all camera lenses from ultra-wide, main, and telephoto, same white balance and color profile for these two phones, it's pretty consistent. This is active mode versus super steady shot, and this is Pixel 7 Pro on active mode, and it's pretty good with a little bit of jitters. While for Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, the super steady shot is smoother, compared to Pixel 7 Pro, it's like the stabilization you would see on iPhone 14 Pro. This is the cinematic mode of Pixel 7 Pro, and it's not the best compared to iPhone and Samsung. The autofocus is inconsistent, and even the subject separation. And this is the portrait video of Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. I say this is the best portrait mode you will ever have on a smartphone, even beating iPhone 14 Pro. This is Pixel 7 Pro's Magic Eraser, and this is something unique for Pixel phones. It can magically erase photo bomber. And speaking of unique Pixel camera app is not as feature-rich as Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, there are tons of filters to choose from, and I will show all of them. This is 8K 30 FPS of the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, future-proofing to say at least. If you like this type of camera comparison video, don't forget to subscribe. Next, we're checking who manages the highlights better, and both of them produces consistent photos, but Pixel 7 Pro is better than S23 Ultra. If you look on the images with strong light, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is a little bit washed out, but I found something interesting on night shots, and I will discuss it later. Next is exposure, and again, Pixel 7 Pro, because of the HDR burst shot, it creates a well-balanced and better exposed photos. If you look at the darker spots on the images, you will see that Pixel 7 Pro exposes the shadows better. It has slightly better dynamic range than Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. This is Pixel 7 Pro 4K 30 FPS using the main sensor, and the video stabilization is really good. It has cooler white balance, and I think for me, because of the colors, I prefer the video coming out of this phone. Well, this is Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, same values, and the white balance is warm, and a lot of you might prefer this over the cooler tone of Pixel 7 Pro. And across all sensors, S23 Ultra has more detailed videos. Next is flaring in for ultrawide and telephoto. They look the same, but looking at the main sensor of Pixel 7 Pro, it has a pinkish flare that is a little distracting. Also, a quick note, the trees on these images are better exposed on Pixel 7 Pro. Next is close focus, and both phones has macro shot. Looking at the lower part of the images, you would see that both phones are sharp. But in terms of better looking photos, you would see that Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra has better background blur because of the slightly bigger sensor on the ultra-wide lens and maybe artificial blur as well. Next test is white balance, and Pixel 7 Pro has cooler tone and Samsung Galaxy S23 is warmer. Next is the ultra-wide video, 4K 30fps, and Pixel 7 Pro, unlike the other phones, there's no distorted look. It has great colors, neutral tone, and great stabilization. While Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is as good as Pixel 7 Pro, again, there's no distorted look or warping. It has warmer white balance that looks really inviting and has the same stabilization as Pixel 7 Pro. This is the video zoom capability of both phones. This is Pixel 7 Pro. It has ultra-wide up to 5 times optical zoom, and it can digitally crop up to 20x. While S23 Ultra starts at ultra-wide and goes up to 10x optically and also can digitally zoom at 20x, it has softer looking video compared to the over-sharpened Pixel 7 Pro. Next is the slow motion test, and this is the slow motion side by side. And this is the super slow motion of both phones. I think Samsung S23 Ultra is better. Sharpness is also great on both phones. Pixel 7 Pro fixes the fringing on the main sensor, and looking at the ultra-wide telephoto and even the digital crop, both phones are tack sharp. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra only has better reach. In terms of details, although Pixel 7 Pro has 50 megapixel and S23 Ultra has 200 megapixel, they both pixel bin to 12 megapixels, but if you pixel peep, there's more details on S23 Ultra. And in terms of megapixel war, Pixel 7 Pro can only output 12.5 megapixels, but Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra can output the raw 200 megapixel image. Next test is for vloggers. This is Selfie 4K 30fps, and we're starting with Pixel 7 Pro. The colors are really nice, and the stabilization is not as good as the rear, but passable. Well, this is Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and I'd say it has the same look with the same stabilization. And if you're watching this on a bigger screen, S23 Ultra has more details compared to Pixel 7 Pro. These are two great camera phones. At this point, we're probably just nitpicking on these two phones. Today is minus 17, and if you can see my ears, my nose, my hands, it's all red. This is the portrait shot test, and this is without human subject. And the subject separation on Pixel 7 Pro is spot on. For human subjects, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra has a wider field of view, but in terms of quality of the portrait shot, Pixel 7 Pro has more details on my face, and the skin tone is closer to real life. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is a little warm, siding to yellowish, and you would see that there's smoothing going on. On selfie shot, everything is in reverse, but I think Pixel 7 Pro nailed the perfect portrait shots on smartphones. On night shots, I think it is a tie because of the characteristics of the images. S23 Ultra has more details, and it manages the highlights better, as you can see on the light source. While Pixel 7 Pro will try to expose the shadows better, you will have a slightly brighter image compared to S23 Ultra. Checking all the sensors, they are consistent, Pixel 7 Pro being slightly brighter, while Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is sharper across the board. This is the selfie video of Pixel 7 Pro, and it is noisy. I wouldn't be able to use this footage. Same with Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, better sharpness, but the white balance is off. And this is the low light video of the main sensor. This is Pixel 7 Pro, and I should say it is usable for the video work I needed. Well, this is Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and honestly, I rewind this a few times and I couldn't tell the difference on a blind test. There's a little bit of artifacts on the upper right corner of the video. And lastly, versatility. Both phones has ultra-wide and regular wide. Pixel 7 Pro has 5 times optical zoom, while S23 Ultra has 3 times and 10 times respectively. In terms of zoom capability, S23 Ultra has an insane 100 times reach. So this is the ultimate shootout of Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra and Pixel 7 Pro. I think this is the best Android camera shootout you will find today. Let's do a recap. The Google Pixel 7 Pro has better noise cancellation and audio, natural-looking photos, has magic eraser, manages the highlights better, better exposure, cooler white balance, better portrait shots, and brighter night shots. While Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra has more saturated photos, super steady video is better, better portrait video, more filters to choose from, manages the flaring better, better looking macro, warmer white balance, better zoom quality on video, better slow motion, more detailed photos, 200 megapixel image, more detailed night shots, better low light selfie video, and 100 times digital zoom. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is the best camera phone this year, even beating iPhone 14 Pro. The overall performance is really good, it is well balanced both images and videos, and with the over-the-top features, this phone is hard to beat. But if you're looking for something cheaper but almost the same output, and even beating S23 Ultra in other categories, the Pixel 7 Pro is your best bet. I think for this comparison, do you want to shed extra dollars for the over-the-top features of S23 Ultra or get a cheaper Pixel 7 Pro? Because in real life, you wouldn't probably know the difference. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll continue to compare these two phones in our channel, maybe the battery test and the speed test next, so stay tuned. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.